not sharp with spires. It's more of a tall dome.
What's going on?
Keep going. Salting. I can't believe I hadn't seen this earlier.
You've lost me.
It was the key to understanding Dementicula. Adaran Vamus, the first man who salted and retained a portion of his mind, could, during his lucid moments, read, write, and speak Dementicula, just like Vasco. He was the cornerstone upon which all research into the language was based.
What are you saying?
I'm saying it's a bridge. Salting connects the two souls, the two minds, the two spirits, whatever you want to call them. And it happens when we use the Masquerine's powers too strongly, tap too deeply into another soul.
So they're connected?
Exactly. And now, all the stories of the past are at our fingertips. Imagine all that we could learn now that we understand this connection.
Right. So what's the poor bloodling done to deserve this?
Vasco's claimed that he's had a few memories that seem to have been left over by the Dementicate, who'd been his Masquerine. He thinks he can see what their city might have looked like. We're trying to replicate it.
Remember, bulbous.
I think I've got it.
And that's it?
Let me see. What does it look like? I don't quite know what to make of it.
Vasco.
I can make out a long tower over there, but...
Amadea, that's not a tower. That's a man, with his trousers down. That's his,
Vasco! Will you please take this seriously?
I only see vague images. Nalior, not enough for anything substantial.
I suppose it was worth a try. Rotten swine, you.
Well, now that everything's settled down, I think we've kept our questions in the shadows for long enough.
about the sunken star. Right. You'd best sit down.
First we learned that Masquerine's a Dementicate, and now you're telling me that they're Fae as well.
It makes sense. The increase in the mists in the recent years corresponds with the destruction of the hundreds of Masquerines in the War of Bearings.
This is incredulous, Inspectore. The Fae have been around since time immemorial, and no one has managed to learn where they've come from.
Until now. Think about it, Marshal. Masquerines and Fae. Two things that have existed before the city was even built. Is it really so surprising that they're related?
And Lucia was led by one of them?
Is. If I could get out of there alive, I'm certain she made it through as well. But, yes. She's being led by a Fae they call the Lady. Being Dementicate, she has knowledge of the world that we haven't even glimpsed.
You said she's trying to stop another cataclysm from occurring.
She mentioned something about uniting the city, bringing the artifacts together. She handed me some scrolls about Dementicate history to read, but I haven't had the time.
Well, now we do. It's not a long record. It explains the downfall of their civilization. In summary, the single event that served as the pivot for the success of their empire was a civil war.
Sounds familiar.
What was this war about?
The artifacts. For a long time, they were used by the Dementicate to push the boundaries of their empire.
Which supports what we found at the Conoscenza.
But it couldn't last forever.
Not with the way the artifacts worked.
Calden!
The way they worked. Inspectore!
I'm sorry, Marshal. The artifacts were what were responsible for turning the souls of the Dementicate into Masquerines. They created the Dementicate's power.
And everyone knows this?
Marshal, I wanted to tell you.
Carry on.
Tiziana,
Stop wasting my time. How did the Dementicate fall?
when the artifacts were received by the Dementicate, they initially sacrificed their prisoners to create the Masquerines. When their empire expanded, they began to turn to ordinary men and women instead. As you can imagine, that did not end well.
uprisings?
Exactly. Their empire was cleaved in two, those who wanted to continue using the artifacts, and those that demanded that they be kept away, saying that it cost them too much.
Well, the artifacts are nowhere to be found, so I assume the latter faction won.
Correct. And that is when their empire began to crumble. Without the powers of the artifacts, they couldn't stand against the chaos of the world.
Chaos?
It isn't explained exactly what it was, but I think it is safe to assume that it's related to the Cataclysm.
If these scrolls don't mention what the Cataclysm is, then why does Lucia believe another is in store for us?
I don't know. But what I do know is that she believes that she needs to unite the city, and she intends to do that by overthrowing the Registry. Just on time.
Kadik?
Sam Bel Ya.
Harish?
Sam Bel Ya.
The Assemblia.
It wants us to go to the altars.
The Misted Isles.
Ah, of course.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
The Misted Isles. A set of monuments left behind by the Dementicate. The Altus built the Assemblia around it to keep people out. Vasco, what's on these monuments that it wants us to see? Can't it just tell us what's on it?
Avar?
Don Sivnia. Santa. Atavar.
No, they're guarded, and he doesn't remember precisely, but he promises they're important.
It's all right. At least now we have a lead.
Tiziana should go with you. The relationship between the Altus and the Luca is the strongest of all between the Semora. It might help ease our way in.
Well,
Do I smell hesitation?
fine.
Better get ready then. Oh, you're looking much better.
Time heals. I'll be all right, eventually. I have something to show you.
Wait. That's... Jaff's?
It has been a while.
I cannot believe this. All these years.
You're hurt. I'm sorry, but I couldn't jeopardize my new life.
Your life with the Laboris?
It seemed the best way to find out who it was that killed my parents.
And it's paid off. You've discovered who it was then?
Benak. Not just yet. But that is a mission for another time. A time when the whole of Umber is not at stake.
Why didn't you tell me?
I tried.
The whistles.
And the golden canvas.
And the sunken star. That's why you did it. Why you were willing to salt.
Yes. I couldn't leave you. Not again.
Ages. Where do we go from here?
First things first. Continue to address me as Vasco, please. It's stuck.
I understand.
And secondly, I do not see why this has to change anything. I am still in your company. We still search for the tools to save all of Umber. We keep going. That's what we do.
All right. Let's find these artifacts then.
Let's find these artifacts.
Ages. It makes so much sense.
Talking to yourself again?
Just thinking about the behavior of the Fae. The way they respond to the old world, like the Kilgan and the Cleaver, so careful not to touch the relics. Or those in the pin drop, and the way they shied away from the statue of their god. I always thought they exhibited such strange behaviors because of some inherent power in the relics or something. But they must remember. that the items were part of their world. For all I know, the Kilgan could have been my custodial predecessors, thousands of years ago.
You're rather quick to humanize them. I don't think most Fae remember who they once were.
Not fully, perhaps, but there is a sliver of humanity in each. That's what the Scythe are. Fragments of humanity used as a seed for the Fae to be born out of. It might be merely a fragment, true, but still. I shouldn't let this get too much in the way. We have work that needs to be done, and I'm sure there'll be time. Later.
Cicero, about earlier.
I suppose she had to find out eventually.
My mind has just been so overwhelmed. Keeping secrets seemed like the least of our concerns, especially now with tides.
What's bothering you?
Lucia. She's being led by a demented Kate who's been around longer than all our legacies combined. It just worries me what we're standing up against.
We've come this far, haven't we?
I suppose we have. All right. Chins up then.
Marshal,
Inspectore.
you know why I did what I did.
I do. It's because you don't trust me.
I trust you perfectly fine. Your guild, on the other hand.
After all this time, you still don't see it.
I'm sorry?
I am my guild, Inspectore. With hindsight, I suppose I should have made that clearer. Might have spared us both some inconvenience.
Hasn't anyone told you it's rude to stare?
Sir, are we really traveling with that thing?
It needs to follow us, so yes.
Does it, understand us?
Perhaps. It certainly isn't stupid.
Right. Well, anyway, where are we going today, sir?
The Assemblia, please.
Right away.
You need to hide.
Comfortable?
Well, we can't have a Fae walking around with us now, can we? Let's go.
Halt!
Good morning, Malleus.
You've got company, is that?
Inspectore Cicero Gavar, yes.
I do not think Va Previo would be too pleased to see you bringing a member of the White Spire in here.
I am here under the orders of the Judge Master. I'm certain the VAR will allow this.
On your word, Marshal.
Tiziana?
Hello, Mother.
Mother?
Please sit. Inspectore Gavar, it is surprising to see you here.
I am sorry, but I had not been told that we would be visiting Tiziana's mother.
Does it matter who she is? We need access to the Assemblia, and that is that.
So, that's why you've come. Might I ask what for?
The Misted Isles. We want to see it.
Tiziana, even you understand that
I am here on behalf of the Judge Master. You will take us to see it or have him to answer to.
I can't.
Excuse me?
The Assemblia is occupied.
What in the light is that supposed to mean? Mists. What is happening inside?
The Rediro, they've grown.
Grown!
They're trying to break free.
Prepare yourselves! Ulve!
Shapes. They're enormous.
Va Pravia had gone to the Luca to make a request for assistance. We had hoped to contain them until she returned.
It seems you failed at that.
Isabel, we need to get to the Misted Isles.
I'll get the calendar. Tiziana, guard the door, please, while I determine the course we should take.
Vasco, assist me.
Isabel, you and Tiziana.
She blames me for her father's death.
Zane. From what I know, he died of an illness.
10 years ago, while I was on a ruin raid with the Altus, there was an accident. I fell into a coma for 2 years, during which Zane tirelessly cared for me.
He stretched himself thin.
Too thin. He started falling ill. One night, just a month before I emerged from the depths of the coma, he did not wake to the morning sun. Tiziana thinks that if I had been stronger, if I had been able to protect myself, he would still be alive.
It was an accident.
Born of incompetence.
And she said this to you? That she blames you?
I'm certain she's spoken much about Zane. Is it any wonder that you have never heard of me?
I had thought that perhaps you might have...
Being dead, sometimes it feels like I might as well be to her. Here, the 57th route. I can take us through it.
Isabel, perhaps if you tried speaking to her...
I have. You think it is easy for me to live with the knowledge that my daughter hates me. On the rare occasion that she comes and visits, I reach out, but I always get burned.
But you keep trying.
Can I ever stop? She is my daughter, Cicero. And if words will not convince her, then perhaps action will.
What do you mean?
We should get back to them. Let us go. I know the route to take.
Us? You will only slow us down. Tell me which route it is, I can take them through it.
I am capable of taking care of myself.
You are not!
Marshal!
Stay out of this, Inspectore. Tell us how to get through. You are witness. If she slows us down, do not say I didn't try to stop her.
Marshal, she is your mother.
Does that excuse her from her folly?
Tiziana.
Where is this coming from?
What?
You! Poking your nose where it doesn't belong. What's between me and my mother is between us alone. We have gotten by for years without your help, and we will continue to do so. Now, if we are done...
Yes.
It is this way.
What is that?
It's a bell station. We use them to call the Rediro to us. Ever since they've gone berserk, they've been swarming these things.
They're just going to keep coming unless we destroy them.
Isabel,
We do what we need to. I understand.
let's go. We've got this!
The other way, Inspectore. Inspectore, it is the other way. Wrong way, Inspectore.
The light will cut you down!
We're making good progress.
Let's just keep going.
The other way, Inspectore.
Watch your flanks!
The light will cut you down!
Isabel!
Mother!
I'm fine.
This is why I told you not to follow.
Do not speak to me this way. I am not useless.
Look at your arm, your legs.
What must I do to prove myself to you?
This is pathetic, Mother. You are weak. Face it.
I am not.
You're never going to be able to bring him back. Now mend yourself.
She was right.
I don't want to hear it.
You blame her for your father's death.
We are wasting time,
She made a mistake.
so she should pay for it. That is the Luca way.
That is the coward's way.
How dare you?
You say your father inspired you, then act like it.
What?
Your father loved your mother despite her weakness. He died following his heart, not his duty.
He died because she was weak.
No! He died because he loved her. And you are spurning that because you are weak. You don't have it in you to forgive her, so you run. You hide behind your empty platitudes and hollow justices. But guess what? You can't run forever. We all make mistakes. Hold on to them long enough and just you watch what you become. Trust me. It's revolting.
I don't think I've ever seen you more honest.
You need to learn to let go. It's hard, damn it, I know. But what you're doing to her, to yourself, it's not worth it.
My father was one of the best judges.
Your father was more than the Luca. And you can be too.
If he was still alive, I have a feeling the two of you would have gotten along very well.
Part of him still is.
Perhaps.
Isabel!
Mother! Get away from her! The Misted Isles. That must be where it's taking her. Cicero, you were with my mother when she found the route.
57.
I know the way. We're almost at the end. Come on! From her! Come on!
Watch out, Cicero! To the left! Left, Cicero! Look out! It's on the other island! The right, Cicero! Watch out, Cicero! To the left! Look out!
Thank you.
Are you all right?
I will be.
I've got her, Cicero. You should... By the light. You should look around.
It's beautiful.
Attend to why we came. I'll be here.
This is the one?
His.
It's barely hanging together.
Egon will Sium Sium Breog Sium.
It's not making any sense.
It seems flustered. I'm not sure if...
Hey! Damn it. I'm sure it's got reasons.
Well, we're going to have to...
Don't do this!
Tiziana?
Judge Master, please.
Move aside, Marshal.
What is going on?
Our inquisitive hound.
Tiziana?
I'm sorry.
You told him about the Assemblia. About why we were here.
Yes, she did. To find out where these artifacts that I've been hearing so much about are. So, Inspettori, care to share?
These artifacts are involved in things you don't understand. I need them.
What you need, Inspettori, is to tell me where they are.
Why are you doing this?
Too long the city has been ruled by incompetence. It needs a leader that can fight, that has the strength to do what is necessary for the good of the city, not a weakling who poisons it with his age and frailty.
And you're mad enough to believe that's you?
Imagine how much safer, how much more orderly the city would be if it adopted the bright chorus's compass.
The Luca don't even sing them anymore.
You can't have them.
What? You have spent too long in his company. He's darkened your eyes.
He has shown me the truth.
You are a marshal of the Luca Infinita. Your father would...
My father would have spat upon this guild.
Blasphemous!
Look at us, Fabio. We wear suits of gold, but where do our hearts lie? We're not supposed to fight to banish the weak. We are supposed to fight for them.
The weak will take us down with them.
We are supposed to lift them up. Be the eyes of the blind, the tongues of the mute, the ears of the deaf, the swords of the poor. What happened to that?
Enough! I will deal with you later. But you will...
I challenge you.
What?
You believe you can rule this city under your martial thumb?
What are you saying?
Prove it. By your honor and pride, accept my challenge to a duel.
You think you can beat me?
If I do, you will respect the registry, and you will leave us alone. All of us, the Marshal included.
And if I win, you will tell me everything there is to know about the artifacts.
Cicero...
Fair. When you're ready.
May the best man win.
Watch your flanks!
Enough! You have won.
And our deal?
I will honor my word. You fight well.
As do you.
We leave.
Cicero! That was
I know.
stupid!
What?
You could have been killed!
Well, whatever it is, I have bad news.
About what your Fae wanted to show us.
About the Fae itself. It's run off.
Ah, by the light, Inspectore! I told you!
I know. We can deal with that later. First, we should get your mother back. Now that that's done, we need to find... Did I miss something?
Not once had I ever thought I'd stand up to the Judge Master like that. I never knew it could feel so good.
We'll see what you're saying once he comes around. Might not be a marshal for very much longer. I didn't think you'd take it that lightly.
I never thought I could either. But the things I'd once held so dear now seem like the trinkets of a fool. A broken compass for a blind heart.
Hold off on the poetry, Marshal. Next thing I know, you'll be turning yourself into a songstress.
Come on, let's see what the others are up to.
There you are.
Then, what's the matter?
It's that creature thing you summoned. Came rushing back into the house not an hour ago.
Is anyone hurt?
No one but the walls. You should have a look.
You're saying that she's right, then?
Who's right?
Cicero, you need to hear this.
Someone's been quite the artist.
Oli.
What?
His name.
Are you joking?
Vasco, enough, please. We have more important things to talk about.
What's the matter?
What Oli saw at the Misted Isles triggered something. Memory.
He patched it up?
And more. There was text that had been inscribed onto it. His memory is returning.
Well, what does it say then? Anything about the artifacts?
It essentially reads a warning, written by the ruler of the Empire during the months before it fell.
Is this the same emperor who won the Civil War?
The one that championed that the artifact should be hidden, yes.
If this is to be believed, then he admitted that the war had been a mistake. And one by one, unprotected by our celestial boon, our cities fell to the other gods. The chaos of the land bred, and the war of the divine raged on.
Other gods?
In the scroll that Lucia gave you, we learned about a chaos that consumed the lands, that we suspect led to the cataclysm.
Well, there have been no reports from the neighboring regions about rampaging divines, and Umber is a godless city, so...
To those in times not yet past, if among the bones of my people, you find our legacies. If those legacies still give you strength, know that the schemer, Breog, still lives. And if one god can survive, know that he might not be alone. Do not follow my mistake. Reclaim the schemer's gifts.
Their legacy? The Masquerades?
The artifacts were a part of their god. It isn't a stretch to believe that the Masquerades draw their power from him as well.
And if he's still alive somewhere...
He might not be the only one.
And the threat of a cataclysm is real.
Aegis. Lucia was right.
There's more, Cicero. The images.
The artifacts?
Yes, look.
A tree? The singing tree.
It might explain how it's been alive for so long.
We have to go. 2 of you, stay here. Look after the Fae and...
Oli.
Oli, when he wakes up, get him to tell you where the last artifact is. The rest of you get ready. How is he doing?
He'll be all right. Takes after you quite a bit, actually.
Why do you say that?
There's a determination in the way he moves, an authority in the way he speaks.
Is that a compliment?
He's rather malodorous, too, in case I haven't mentioned. How's that for a compliment?
Almost too kind from you.
Go on, Cicero. I'll be ready in a bit.
You don't seem quite as fazed by the revelations.
What? Gods?
It's quite a discovery. That they might still live. Whatever that means.
I might perhaps be more affected if it were more affecting.
They're gods we're talking about.
And I know nothing about them. How am I supposed to let an idea influence me if it's still cloaked in questions? Whatever it is, we should leave soon. I don't quite enjoy sitting around like this.
Galden?
You were right. You said yesterday that you were concerned about how much bigger this investigation might get.
Now you see what I mean?
Do you think it might be true? That gods might exist?
What do you mean?
If they do, then religions can't all be lies, can they?
You're thinking about your brother.
Maybe there is a promised land. Maybe the Elysians got it right with Isharamo. Maybe I'll get to see him again.
Perhaps, but until then...
Right. We have work to do.
Amadea,
I'm sorry.
you look a little pale.
I was just... Gods, Cicero.
Gods?
Alive. What does that even mean? That they walk among us? All the gods in the foreign religions are all just concepts, and now...
You can't be sure the term means the same to the Dementicate as it does to us. For all you know, Breag could have simply been a talented mortal.
A talented mortal who gives part of himself to create artifacts that allow us to bend the elements of the physical realm itself? Perhaps your idea of talented mortal needs a little redefining.
Listen, Amadea, we don't know enough to make any judgments. What we do know, however, is that out there are powerful artifacts that we need to secure. That's all that matters right now. All right?
Of course, you're right. I shouldn't be straying.
Good. Now let's get ready.
You look like you're in a hurry, sir.
I am. The Hall of Songs, please. Right away.
In the mural, it seemed like the artifact was in the singing tree itself. How do we confirm that?
If there is anyone who can tell us the history of the singing tree, it's Mirabas. Hopefully she can tell us more.
But do you think she even knows if the...
Wait, is that? No. No!
Weapon at the ready!
Damn it!
Orlana! Mask runners!
Orlana, what happened?
Mask runners! They swarm the hall. I don't know why.
Mirabas, where is she?
Over there, at the tree.
Get those you can to safety.
But
Look around you, Orlana. The hall is lost.
all right. Take care of her, Cicero.
Mirabas!
Let's do this!
Mirabas, we have to leave.
The tree, Cicero.
What?
Their leader. She's ascending it. They're here for something.
Stay here. I'm going up.
Cicero!
Tend to your songstresses, Mira.
Be safe, Cicero.
I've got your backs.
Get them! Get behind me.
You have put your faith in the wrong forces, Cicero.
Lucia, stop.
Do you see now what you could have gained? Do not let him follow me.
Lucia! We've got this!
Taking too much.
Mira! Hang in there, Mira.
I've got you.
Stop, please. Damn it.
I've got your backs.
That should be the last of them.
Good. Now, quick! No! 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 Mira.
My boy,
Hold on.
my time is long over.
Mira. Please.
Sing a good song for me.
Mira. Mira. No! No! Ready yourselves! Lucia!
Don't stop!
You were right!
What?
You were right! About the cataclysm, about the artifacts! I have seen enough for myself to believe.
You understand?
I don't want there to be another cataclysm.
We are on the same page, you and I. I knew you would see it.
Our goals are the same, yes. But you cannot achieve them this way.
No, 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 no! You are so close to understanding!
Wake up and look at the fires, Lucia! What will you be saving? A ruined city? Mira Bast is dead because of you!
The lady has...
The lady does not have it figured out! You said she has a plan for me. How can you believe that when I am standing against you? She is not a god, Lucia. She is as fallible as you and I. You know she was born mortal.
No! You are wrong! She plans to unite the city.
You have just destroyed the one thing holding it together!
You are wrong! Why is the seed in my hands and not yours? Get to the White Spire. Give the command. Seal the streets and don't let them follow me.
No! Damn it!
Get behind me.
She's headed for the spire. We must stop her.
You've seen the power she wields, Cicero. We cannot.
We must try!
But the coach!
The coach cannot move through the collapsed streets. We go on foot. Tell the twins to find a way to the registry and meet us there.
Ages.
We were too late.
No. No! Tristan! More behind!
You forced my hand.
Cicero!
We need to get out of here. Cicero, focus! We've lost it, Cicero. The spire is gone. There's nothing you can do. We need a place to go.
Seymour's throne.
What?
The crown needs to come together. It's the only way.
But...
Apologies, sir. Oh, ages! You found a clear road?
Is that?
Toads!
Yes, sir, we did.
Take us to Seymour's throne! Now!
Cicero, what is going on? Cicero, talk to me, please.
We lost the Hall of Songs.
What do you mean, lost? Cicero!
Destroyed.
What?
How did you lose the spire?
Avestus wanted to make sure Lucia hadn't survived the sunken star. Sent out Portieri to scour the rubble. I told him not to, but... Mirabas? Cicero.
She's dead, Tristan. Mirabas is dead, as are most of the songstresses. The singing tree has been defiled. We've lost the spire, and we're up against a madwoman who has the power to create masquerades. And the only way we're going to be able to stand up against her is if we unite a city that's been broken for as long as anyone alive remembers. That's what's going on.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Cicero, about the sunken star.
I don't want to hear it. You almost killed me! I don't think being silent is too much to ask for. Stay here. I'm going inside. Make sure it's safe.
Safe from what? The throne's been empty for decades.
Just stay here. Come on.
Cicero!
Tiziana?
Oli! He woke up, and the first thing he did was rush out of the estiguary.
He refused to speak to us, focused only on bringing us here.
Here?
That triangle that you saw in the mural.
Seymour's throne.
We weren't expecting to see you here.
She has the seed. It was in the singing tree. She got there first.
Ages.
The hall has been destroyed. Mirabas is dead.
What?
No. What is left for us?
The only way we stand a chance against Lucia is by bringing the city together.
You intend to unite the guilds?
Yes. I'll take 2 of you. We will secure the throne to make space for the crown. The others must go to the guilds.
How are you certain they will listen?
They must have heard word of the chaos by now. They will want an explanation.
And if they don't?
Make them.
And the knife?
We will deal with that after the throne is secured. With or without the artifacts, we are nothing without the support of the guilds now.
Then make your choice, so we can act quickly.
We need to secure the area. Tristan needs some space to take care of Avestus.